Rockers in Recovery Media is dedicated to carrying the message of addiction recovery through music, news, events, and festivals taking place within and not limited to the clean and sober community.
Hey guys, John Hollis with Rockers in Recovery. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight and being a part of the show. You can go to rockersinrecovery.com and find out all about us just by clicking on the About tab. All kinds of things happening and coming up. We have October 7th in Jensen Beach. We're having a little bit of a fling, sober fun over at the place, and you can check that out at Rockers in Recovery. We also have November 10th and 11th coming up at the 101 Club in Pompano Beach. We're having, on the 10th, a meet and greet for the community, and then on the 11th we're having the Sobriety Rocks Music Festival. Please be a part of each event. Check it out at rockersinrecovery.com on the right-hand side. Tonight you're checking out the show. You're listening to myself. I'm the host, John Hollis. We have our guest, Tony Gonzalez of New England Recovery and Wellness, and he is their new outreach coordinator. And, of course, we're going to get Tony on the phone and talk to him. Tony, welcome to the show. Thanks for being a part of Rockers in Recovery. And, of course, New England Recovery and Wellness supporting our events and the things that we do across the country.
It's our pleasure, John. It's good to talk to you. How's everything going tonight?
So far, so good, man. Any day I'm above dirt and breathing, it's a good thing.
I hear that. I feel the same.
You know, it's a cool day when we get to talk about recovery. And part of what Rockers in Recovery does across the country is when we put on events or we do, festivals or anything that, we do related to the music things, what we like to do is put a face on recovery, So tonight, one of the things I want to talk to you about is recovery. What do you think, if you had somebody listening, what could you do to paint a picture for them as far as recovery is concerned?
Well, recovery for me is, it's something I live on a daily basis today. But from a guy who's 15 years heroin addiction, living on the street, eating out of dumpsters, to a guy who now just had my 5-year anniversary last month of sobriety and recovery.
Congratulations.
There's a lot of thank you. There's a lot of stuff that I could talk to you about. I could talk to you about material things. Nice house, nice car, career, a beautiful wife, a new baby girl, and another one on the way. December 1st, I'll have my second daughter.
Wow.
And that stuff's all great stuff that is due to recovery. But I believe the most important thing for me that is the ability to help other people. My whole life I wanted to be able to be something and do something and just have a purpose in life. And I just kind of went through life without even knowing what my purpose was. I just existed at most of my childhood and my adult life. And the day that I got sober and decided to take a turn in working in this treatment field, I found my true passion. And that for me is what recovery is all about: helping the next person who is still sick and suffering, or helping the next person just in general, even if they're sick and suffering. Just being a good person. That's the most important thing when I think of recovery, of the way that I live today. So yeah, that's.
What is the position that you feel that when you got into recovery, and it was 5 years ago, and when you got into recovery, what was that last week like before you said, something, I'm ready to go?
Whew. So I had been in that position before, and I had lost everything before, and had nobody who wanted anything to do with me before, and held up in wherever I could find a place to rest my head, or anywhere I could con somebody out of a couch to sleep on. But there was something about this last week, and especially the last couple of days of my last use. There was a tiredness about me. There was a complete inability to go on any further. I can remember I was in a hotel that I was conning the person who was there to stay one more night, and I was 119 pounds. I had robbed my brother. I had robbed my mother. No one wanted anything to do with me, and I was just tired. I was 35 years old. I owned nothing. I had nothing, and I was completely tired. And I reached out for help. And I can remember the last day. I can remember my mother coming picking me up and taking me to a detox, and me actually using in her bathroom before I went to that detox. I can remember like it was yesterday. You know, just one thing I never did was like use in her house, because I usually went and on my own and did it. But like that last use in her house before she took me to detox, and like how low I felt and how bad I felt. It's been a long time since I felt that. I tell you that much.
You know, it's a powerful story. And what would you say to the person today that is a mother or father or sister or brother that was dealing with somebody like we were? What would you say to them to help the next sick and suffering and family member to get help?
Don't ever give up on them. You know, I have this. We have this saying, and Ryan Gagne, the owner of New England Recovery and Wellness, he has this saying that, you know, we just never give up on our clients. You never know when that dog's going to find his bone. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like the thing that last time that I reached out to my mother, she would not give me money or anything like that. I agree 100% with that. I won't enable you in any way to continue to get high, but when you're ready for help, don't ever give up on them. You know, be there for them. Take them to where they need to go. Get them somewhere help. Because every dog, will find his bone someday. I don't care if it's the first time or the 20th time. You know, who knows if that time is going to be the one that's going to allow them to find their recovery. Yeah.
You know, it's somebody told me a long time ago, if there's breath, there's hope. And eloquently said, dog finding his bone is the same way of putting it. And what we also have today is we have a gift of being able to, let people see us and see where we've come from and the pitfalls and where we've gone through recovery, and we live recovery a day at a time. And, we get to show that aspect of it, too. What is your hope for people today?
Well, my hope for people today is that, in general, not only just in the recovery field, but in the treatment field and the recovery community, that we all continue to work together. There's a huge epidemic going on around us. And today it's different than the old. When I was getting and using, like, I knew what I was getting. Today, these young adults and the old adults, we're not sure what they're getting. But I know one thing for sure is they're dying at a rapid pace. And we will never, John, put any kind of a dent into this epidemic and let them together to try to put a stop to it. So my hope is that we all continue to work together to strive to, get some kind of a hold on what's going on out there, because it's terrible. There's a whole generation that's not going to be here because of this, and it's sad.
Absolutely. To the tune of 1 every 16 minutes dying, to the tune of 140 plus a day. It's scary statistics, and it's getting worse and worse. And hey, listen, I truly believe that you're absolutely right. It's up to all of us to join together and to be able to fight the cause. But most importantly, everybody that's out there, we're all a face of recovery, and how we show up today is what people's going to, they're going to be able to see. And it's attraction, not promotion, so to speak. So how we attract people and how we live is a big part of it.
Absolutely.
Coming up here, we have the November 10th and 11th event at Pompano Beach. You guys are the sponsor of the festival on November 11th, one of the sponsors. I want to thank New England Recovery and Wellness for doing that and being a part of that. You guys rock for helping us. And Sam and the rest of the guys, you guys are, awesome. You step up to the plate and you help out the community in any way that you can, and that's a beautiful thing. If you are out there tonight and you want to check out where Tony's, part of, you can go to newenglandraw.com. You can click on our team, and you can actually see his bio and all of that. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, listen, here's the good part, Tony, is that you're breathing, you're giving hope, and you're helping lots of people. In closing, is there anything that you would like to say?
Nope. We just in general, we appreciate what you guys are doing. Rocker and Recovery is an amazing thing that you guys do of getting the awareness out there, and we're just glad to be a part of it, and we'll continue to support you guys in any way that we can and the community. So I just thank you for allowing me to be on and be a part of it.
You bet. Are you a musician?
I am not a musician, but I love music.
Can you sing?
That's for sure. In the shower, very much so.
Well, hey, you never know. We might just get you up on the stage just to do a little singing anyway.
That'd be great.
That's cool stuff. So, hey, listen, thank you again. And also, by the way, folks, we're going to be right in your neighborhood. We're doing a small little event at the place in Jensen Beach. So if you want to come on down for that, I know you're up in New England. You're actually out of New England, correct?
I am. I actually am born and raised in Port St. Lucie area, Florida. Met my wife in recovery down there, and we moved up here to New Hampshire, where she's from, when we had our daughter.
Oh, wow, cool. Wow,
yeah.
Cool. Well, Tony, again, man, thank you for being on the show. And again, folks, if you want to talk to Tony and find out some information, 855-500-0167. We got some feedback going on over here. So
Beautiful.
The good news is Tony's there to talk to you, and we got a great show tonight, and we want to thank you guys again.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
You bet. We'll have you back on shortly.
Just let me know, buddy. Thanks. Bye.
All right, man. Have a good night. All right, guys, Rockers in Recovery. You can check us out at rockersandrecovery.com. Feel free to click on the About page, the Event tab, and check out all the different blogs that are there. And, of course, you can click and listen to the live stream 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That is the online radio station. You are listening to Rockers in Recovery podcast right now. This show will be on the streamer here within the next hour or so. And you can also listen to this show again right by clicking on the same link that you're listening to it now. If you guys want, you can also go to Rockers in Recovery on Blog Talk Radio. Listen, thanks for tuning in tonight and being a part of Rockers in Recovery in our world, and we look forward to talking with you soon.
To the light, keep coming back. Give your brother to the blues. Keep coming back, Lord. What you got to lose? Well, I walk the road of thunder. I walk the road of pain. Yeah, my ego got the best of me, and now life is living vain. It's when I hit rock bottom, hopeless in defeat. That old man took my hand and he pulled me out of sea. from up above keep coming back. Give your battle to the blues. Well, keep coming back, boy. Oh, baby, what do you got to lose? Well, keep coming back. Give your battle to the blues. Keep coming back. Yeah, baby, keep coming back. Oh, what do you got to lose?
Rockers in Recovery Radio is based on opinion only and is not meant to treat or diagnose any health or mental health issue of any kind. If you feel you need help for any health-related issues, please contact a physician or mental health professional. The opinions expressed by our guests are not necessarily those of Rockers in Recovery.